I'm gonna open it.
What's in the box?
What's going on, guys? Justin here. Welcome to another episode of What's in the Box. Two boxes here. This one's gonna go pretty quick. I don't know if you can kind of see through it already. This is G.I. Joe stuff. This is stuff that I see all the time because I'm always checking stuff, going back through stuff. So this one I'll blow through quick. This one, there's a bunch of action figures in it, as per usual, because that's my thing. So let's dive in. Let's see. Empty card, characters elsewhere. A stack of blueprints. These are really cool. If you're into G.I. Joe, you know why. Basically, I'll kind of show one real quick. Basically, there's like a little blueprint of the vehicle, and then the rest of it's like the instructions on how to put it together. These are just awesome. I'm thinking about someday when I get an actual, like, you know, setup, I'm gonna frame a couple of them and hang them up because they're just really cool. I'm not a real big modern Joe collector, but these guys are cool. Zombie Viper, and this is the updated Alley Viper. Who didn't love Alley Vipers if you were a G.I. Joe guy? Sorry if you're not a G.I. Joe guy, this episode might not be for you. This was the, I don't remember when this one came out, but it's one of the bats. Updated bat. Another bat, because who doesn't love the Android bats? This one I actually got, man, forever ago. I worked at Family Dollar, like, what year is this? 2020? I worked there at, like, I don't know, a long time ago, like probably almost 20 years ago. For some reason we got a bunch of G.I. Joes in. This is the one of the ones I bought. Kind of the same thing when we got that random ones with Boba Fett. G.I. Joe Action Sailor. This one, not a fan of these ones as a commemorative ones, but seeing as I'm doing the entire run from 82 to 94, that's one of the ones that I needed. This guy is just on a beat to hell card. Is the Crimson. Probably just gotta take them off the card. I don't even know why they have it on there. Grant found me this one at the flea market. $3 is a Zap. Another yellow Alley Viper, carded. Obviously these are all carded. One of my favorite characters is Mutton Junkyard. Got that one, and then this one I only got last year, which is Roadblock. This is 93, carded. I paid pretty cheap prices on a lot of these, and a lot of these have jumped. The carded stuff is just starting to go through the roof. I had 1 million of these at one point. Literally, I bought them off the guy for $2 a piece. I sold most of them for like $10 a piece, literally. And I kept one. He's just a bag G.I. Joe. They're cool to see in their original bag still, because technically it's sealed, but that's how it was made. I have 3 of these. I have one graded, and then there's a couple of them that are a little bit different. This one's ripping at the top just because of the way it's set up. Whatever. The mail away Hawk, General Hawk, and then here's another one on the mail away one. Same thing, but they're a little bit different. So this is just a Budo. Another empty blister card. And then this one's kind of cool if I can get to it, because there's all kinds of stuff stacked in here, like empty boxes wise. This was one of the last things I picked up. This was a Toys R Us exclusive set, and it's basically an army builder, which is cool. I don't know. It's weird, some of the stuff that I keep and some that I don't, but kind of blow through these kind of quick. I know a lot of people don't like the Star Brigade, but there's Rock and Roll. Somebody literally wrote on the back of it. There's Duke. And then Stalker. And then a terrible colored version of Outback. It's basically supposed to be an Eco Warriors line, and they never ended up doing. Beachhead. And then, what's this one? Night Creeper Leader. Mace. This one's kind of cool. Is it Japanese or I don't remember. I think it's a Japanese card of Tiger Force Roadblock, but his name on here is Barricade. But still cool. I picked him up at the flea market years ago. Well, not years ago, probably 2 years ago. Snake Eyes. And then Wild Bill, Black Pants version. I can never seem to find the White Pants version, which is weird. Fisherman Bazooka. He looks like a fisherman, so that's why I call him Fisherman Bazooka. And then Cross Country. A lot of people kind of go up in arms about him because he's got a rebel flag on his back. This one's kind of cool. Bumble's a little beat. Yeah, it's actually a variant. It's Payload, but the card back is the early card back because I don't know if you can tell. It's basically a painted version of the earlier versions of Payload, which they ended up changing the design to that. So obviously, this guy is just the silliest name. His name is Colonel Courage. Whatever. G.I. Joe, so Courage. Countdown. One of the many paint versions they had at the end. And yet another Alley Viper. So that's that box. So let's pause here, put all this back, and jump into the next one. Alright, so here's box number 2. So much for my 10-minute time period because I think I'm already at like 6 minutes, 7 minutes. So I'm going to try to blow through this quick. Just some cool figures. A Shrieker from the Full Moon Toys. They did the Puppet Master toys. Just some of the reissue Thundercats. This guy's crushed and his leg's actually broken, but he's still carded. His Captain Power, Lord Dread. Wanted to collect that series, but it's kind of taken a backseat. One of my favorite all-time movies is Mad Max, and I got this guy for $10 at the flea market. He is open on the top, but I don't think he was ever taken out. The Metallo Mutant, I can't remember what this guy's actually called. Got that at the Toy Vault warehouse sale. Got this at GameStop on clearance. This will probably end up being for sale. Like I said, I do like my Batman stuff, but this is what, the Val Kilmer Batman? Yeah, Batman Forever. But anyway, grab that. Another one of these Terminator guys. He was in the last video. Let's see, the Chase Leaf Shield of Mega Man. I'm a big fan of Hellboy, and this is the comic book version of Hellboy. I don't generally buy these, but I think I got this one for half price, so that was a nice pickup. This shouldn't even be in here. It should actually be in my case. My carded King Zarkon, which is going to end up going in the case now. See, reasons you go through boxes, because you forget where certain things get put. This stuff is all strategically stuffed in here, Jesus. I'll pull this out. Ready Player One figures. I paid like $2 for this. I do love the movie. I know the figures weren't the greatest, but I paid $2 for it. What do I care? One of the NECA. This one I did open and then put back in the package. Just to store them. Just one of the new beginning one. I think that's the one where Tommy became Jason or something like that. The Ultimate Michael Myers with the receipt still inside. I bought this one a year ago. I love Michael Myers, if you guys don't know. He's probably my favorite all-time mass murderer bad guy. This Batman animated series is one I'm definitely keeping. I believe the awesome Hav Jeeves sent me this guy for free a while back now. But that's an awesome sculpt to that figure. That's a great line. They're still doing that line. Let's see, a couple more of the Thundercats, Mumra. I know these guys didn't really do anything with value-wise, but I got them, like I said, I think I got these guys for half price too, so I'm trying to see if I can make space there. This guy I picked up only because he was on super clearance, but I do love Destiny, and I love these figures. They're just great figures. Like scratch that. I liked Destiny a lot. I liked the storyline, but not when I had to pay $1 million for all this stuff. I actually paid half of whatever that price sticker says on there, which was 24, so I paid 12 bucks for him. Good deal at 12 bucks. Let's see, RoboCop. This is one of the NECA figures. This is the video game version, the flamethrower video game version. I think I paid 10 bucks for it at the flea market. As many of you are too, I'm sure, fans of Rick and Morty. I think most of the line. I got more over there. I got to see which ones I'm missing, but there's Squanchy, and there's Purge Suit Morty, and Summer. So the cool thing is, the newest season 4 is actually coming out on Netflix on May 4th. So if you didn't know, make sure you go check it out. Who's this? Oh, this is one of my all-time favorite movies. The movie Legend. This is the Darkness figure. He's gone up in price quite a bit over the past couple of years. I got lucky and found this guy at a pawn shop. I think I paid 20 bucks for him. The bubble's kind of beat up, but the coloring is still good. So very happy to have that. I did get a signed picture, not last year, but the year before at Comic-Con. Sadly, I didn't get to meet Tim Curry because he was sick, but he had stuff pre-signed that if you prepaid for stuff, you could get it, and I did. But a little story behind that. Spider-Man 2099 figure. I don't really collect these figures, but I do love Spider-Man, as you guys know. Here's a couple of the... Wow, I didn't even know I... See stuff I forgot I had. These are the Savage World figures. These I knew I had. There's the Michael Myers. The Freddy Krueger. As you can see, I got him on super clearance. Paid $4 for that one. And then the Hellraiser Pinhead one. I think he was the first one I picked up. A few more things. This guy I didn't remember that I had, to be honest with you. I don't remember where I got it, to be truthful. I had one when I was a kid. This is the fat face version, because if you didn't know, there's different versions for the head, different molds that were done. This is the Batrobe Batman from 1989 Batman movie. This box is beat to heck. Alright guys, sorry about that, battery died. I was showing this, I think, just as it died, is the Terminator NECA figure, the endoskeleton. The box is beat bad, so he'll end up probably being opened and put with my 90s Terminator figures, which is cool. And these guys I got because who doesn't love Jurassic Park? The cars, the Jeeps. Paid like $quarter a piece for these, I think, at Target when they were getting rid of them for some reason. And then they literally had more like the next week at full price. It was weird. And last but not least in this box, the Masters of the Universe Super 7 He-Man and Skeletor I picked up. These are the Filmation, is that what it is, right? They're basically the cartoon colored version of the figures, which I really like. I really wanted to get more in the line, but decided I didn't really have space for it, so I just got, obviously, you know, Skeletor and He-Man. But that's it, guys. So that's 2 more boxes out of the collection. Tons and tons of stuff. A few things I forgot I had, which, you know, happens when you have way too much stuff. And I'm going to have to go through all this stuff again and decide what I want to keep kind of downsizing as I go along. But that's it, guys. I know this video is probably like 15 minutes long, but I really appreciate it as always. If you ever see anything here you like, just ask. Maybe I'll be willing to get rid of it. But some of this stuff I would like to put out somewhere someday. But, you know, I'll keep saying that until I get all this situated. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hit me up on Instagram and Facebook if you have any questions. Best ways to do it. We just hit 6,000 subscribers. So that was really cool. I really appreciate you guys still checking me out and watching me after all this time. I'm going to do a contest at 8,000. Which is obviously still a ways off, and then, you know, one at 10,000, which is, you know, years down the line. Probably not, but who knows. I'm going to try to start doing, you know, 2 videos a week. I got to find time, but with my little guy upstairs it can get hard. But I'm sure those with kids understand, and it is what it is, but I appreciate it as always. So thanks, guys. I will see you next time. Peace out.